Okay, so following on from the last video, we're going to start building the high poly version of this barrel. So I have the high poly version in this separate scene here, and this is just the low poly version, and I've just changed a few of the settings on it. I've just changed the maximum draw type to wire. That basically means that I'll only ever see the wireframe even if I'm in solid mode. That just helps me see a template for the new high poly object that I want to build. I'll know exactly where that goes. So I'm going to go to Subdivision Surface Modifier and just add a couple of subdivisions in view and click Optimal Display, and you'll see that a lot of these wires will disappear, and that just makes it a little bit easier to see the shape. So now I have these really nice rounded circled edges, and that will make it a lot easier to see. So with the 3D cursor in the center, and you can do that quickly by using Shift C, I want to start creating this new barrel. I'll turn on the screencast keys so you can see all the hotkeys I use. So the way I want to plan this, as you'll have seen in the reference video, is I want to have several different planks all kind of bent around the shape of the barrel. And I don't want to actually spend time creating every single plank. What I want to do is create about maybe a sixth of the barrel, or maybe a quarter of the barrel, made up of 3 or 4 planks, and just repeat it around the barrel. So let's start with a cylinder object. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit and go into edit mode, and I'll just scale this down to about the shape of the barrel. Let's zoom right back in again. So if we look at the barrel from the side, you can see that we're actually a bit lower down on the origin. So I'm just going to select this top face and move this up until it's in line with the top of the barrel. Move this in line, and this bottom face is actually a little bit easier because we can actually just move this to 0 on the Z axis. So that's now sitting right on the bottom. The next step that I want to do is probably add some subdivisions around the edge of this barrel so I can get the barrel shape. First of all, let's just scale this down a little bit, and I'm going to hit S to scale, and I'm going to hit Shift Z, so I'm only scaling on the X and Y axis. You can see the height of this remains the same, but I'm scaling it down just in the X and Y, and I want to get this to basically the top edge of this barrel, and the bottom edge of the barrel as well, obviously. And now we can add some subdivisions across the middle, so let's use Control R. And then we'll just hit S and scale this up to the edge of the barrel. We'll add another one here, and again, just hit Shift to scale this up. We'll add another one. Again, S to scale this up. And let's add another one at the top and the bottom. So that looks pretty good. We're getting the basic general shape of this. I think I'll also take this middle one and just bevel it out to make these subdivisions a little bit more uniform, so we've got a kind of more uniform size between them. So this is pretty much the shape that I'm going to work from. Now this means I can actually get rid of the background one, so I'm just going to click off that and hide that for now. And this is going to be the barrel shape. So let's look at this from the top view, and we can see that each quarter has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections. Now, if I was to take these 8 sections and split them, I could split them down into 4 sections that are 2 parts wide, or 2 sections that are 3 and 1 section that's 2. You've got a lot of different options. I think what I want to do is actually just take quarter. Actually, I think I want to take an 1/8 of this and split it. I'm going to take this top poly, and I'm just going to delete this for now and take this bottom poly and also delete that as well. I'm going to take this edge, and I'm going to... Now, I don't want to delete or dissolve these. What I actually want to do is use Control E and edge split them. And then I can just take any of these polys and use number pad plus to grab everything and delete those faces, and I'm left with just pretty much an 1/8 of the entire barrel. And now what I want to do is split this so we have one wide plank and one one thin plank. So let's just do this manually. So let's go back to edit mode. So what I want to do is do a thick plank and a thin plank. So I'm going to have one that's 2.5 wide and one that's 1.5 wide. So just add a subdivision here. Again, just using Control R. And what I want to do is just move this a little bit in the X and Y axes. So I'm just going to move this down. I'm just eyeballing this. There's no need to be completely precise. I just want to make sure that it's pretty much in the center of these two edges. And I'm also trying to retain the roundness at the top. Now, one other thing that I'll maybe want to do is add another subdivision in here, and again just slightly move this. Slightly move this and just try and get it slightly rounded. I do want to make sure I grab this whole loop. That's going to be one plank. This is going to be the next plank. Again, I could, if I wanted to, go in and add some more subdivisions in here. What I think I'll do is I'll just try and even this out by using edge slide. So again, Control E and then edge slide. We'll just slide these a little bit to try and even this out. So that's about right, I would say. Now, again, these are going to be two separate planks. So I'm going to grab this edge and again, edge split this. So now I have my two sections and I want to add some thickness onto this. So again, there's a couple of different ways you can do that. We could go with Solidify modifier and that will automatically give us Solidify, and if we actually look in the wireframe you can see that we get a bit of overlap there. It's something that we will actually have to fix manually, so we would have to apply this Solidify modifier. The one thing I will say though is we could get away with not applying the Solidify modifier if we just add bevel and change the size of it slightly, just make it a lot smaller. So I'm going to take this back to 0. I want to bevel by angle because I don't want to bevel all these edges, just around the sides. Just add a little bit of a bevel. Now if you're not looking right at the top of the surface, you're only seeing the side, you would just see a nice bevel between all the different parts and it would actually look okay, but we really don't want that overlap because we might from some angles see the top rim of this barrel. So let's get rid of our modifiers and let's just do this manually. Well, actually what we could do is we could do our Solidify modifier and then apply that. And we're just going to apply this in object mode, so it won't let you apply it any other way. Let's apply that and then let's just adjust this slightly. So the way we're going to do this is we're just going to grab one of these long edges and let's try edge slide first of all and see if we can slide this across, and it's letting us slide it across. I'm going to slide it to about halfway and then we want to grab this other edge. It's a little bit tricky to see. Again, we'll edge slide this. We'll just slide this across until we've got a slight gap. It's almost just touching now. In this top corner it's touching. Further down the barrel it's not actually touching, but we don't have to worry about that because that's the inside of the barrel and we'll never actually see that. Go back to object mode, back to solid mode, and now we have pretty much 1/8 of the entire barrel. So we've got a few options now to duplicate this round. The easiest way is just to hit duplicate length a bunch of times and rotate them around, and we also want to make a few adjustments to this before we start sculpting, but we'll look at that in the next video.